You storyfy it. Okay, so show how characters and real people demonstrate empathy and emotional management. So we will see a couple of videos of these kind of things, where how is it, you know, storyfied. And my intention is that you don't need to take these videos as they are, because they are in English, and I don't know how much effect they are going to have on your children. How are you going to make it so that you can give it to them in the language that they are most comfortable in? So you're going to have to make that transition from there on. Then you have to integrate it. Intersperse short videos, articles, read alouds that are connected to the unit. So if we are talking about, for example, the first one we'll talk about anger, right? So we have to start putting things in there so that the kids can come on board. So what is that? Some of them don't even know what that is. You know, so if you ask them, they don't know or identify with the emotion. They will do it, they'll throw a tantrum, but they don't know what it is. So we need to identify. Like, for example, this poster over here tells you about understanding your emotions. This begins as young as you possibly can. We don't tell our kids what they are. You know, when there is joy, when there is sadness. The kids also can feel sad, but they don't know what it is. And because they don't know what it is, they will do all other kinds of things because they're trying to cover up that feeling that they can't understand. There is anger, and one more, which is disgust. They don't like something, and they don't know how to deal with it. So then they start doing this, and they start all kinds of things. So if they learn about this, and they can learn to identify it, and then we give them ways of working through that. So we will have some of those things also, and you will create some of your own later on and say, this is what I want for my classroom, and then you continue. By the way, all these posters that you are seeing over here, I hope you take the time to go around when you get your break. Just go around and read them, okay? Because later on at the end of our workshop, I'm going to be giving them out, okay, your things. If you have in your mind what is best for your school, you'll know what to go and get, all right? Okay, so next one is spotlight it. Spotlight means when students demonstrate the desired behaviors. Okay, so for example, you want these little kids to be kind to each other. And if someone is kind and they're nice and everything, spotlight it. Say, oh, well done, you did that. That all the other kids are going to say, oh, what are they getting that well done for? Shabash. And we have to spotlight whatever they've done which is nice. Not to go overboard, but just a little bit. And they understand, oh, this is good. Because they don't know what is good and what is bad. So we have to tell them, spotlight it, and then we create a culture of empathy with that. So remember I started this video about anger management. So let's take this about 5 minutes, and it explains how we need to let kids understand about anger and then how to manage it. So let's see if this is going to work properly. Volume?
Hi friends! Do you ever feel so angry that you want to explode? Do you ever feel annoyed, irritated, mad, or furious? Anger is a very common and normal emotion that everyone experiences. Uncontrolled anger can get you into lots of trouble, and it can cause harm to your health and to your relationships. It can cause you to say and do things you would never do if you were calm and under control. It is important to practice healthy ways to manage your anger. Today, you will learn about 5 different types of coping skills to help you control your angry emotions. Coping skills are things you can do to calm your brain and body and think more clearly when your temper rises. Before turning to coping skills, it can be helpful to notice warning signs in your body that let you know you are feeling angry. Examples of warning signs include heavy breathing, racing heartbeat, feeling hot, clenching your fists or jaw, shaking, or tightness in your chest. They also might include actions such as raising your voice, arguing, yelling, refusing to talk, threatening others, or pacing back and forth. These symptoms can be helpful warning signs so that you know
Oh,
that you
light
need to
it again.
stop and
So
calm down.
stop that.
Here are
Stop the volume, yeah. So we'll have to wait for the light to come back. Okay, that's okay. We will wait. Tell me, do you ever get angry? Yeah? Let me see your hand. Yes. Sometimes, often, or maybe one time. Sometimes, often. Do you get like really angry a lot? Just be honest. I mean, we're not trying to judge anybody here. Okay? Yeah, sometimes. Is it angry with mostly with people at work or at home? At home? That's it. We take it out on someone else, right? Yeah. Even though we know it and we do it, we take it out when we go, and we take it on our loved ones. I mean, they are our loved ones, but we go and say, hey, bang, 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 bang. And they go, okay. And they take it.
Because they are the ones who understand us. If we'll be angry with them, they'll understand. They'll not get angry on us. They'll try to calm us, and then they'll let us know. Yes, whose frustration you have thrown on us. Now tell me what happened at academy or what happened in your friend's circle.
So they are being empathetic with you. But is there a way, somehow, we can take care of that anger and don't take it out on someone else? If possible. Yes, there are situations where you can't control, but the whole idea about under all of this is that we try mindfulness to see that we are angry, identify the emotion, because when we go and become angry with someone, you just burst out. You haven't taken the time to, okay, I'm angry. You know, guys, everybody in the family, you know, I'm sorry today. Just don't trigger me, you know. And sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not work. But where does this finger, if I'm pointing that finger at someone else, where are all these three fingers pointing? To you. Who is going to do? Who is to be blamed? That person that made you angry? You, or the person that you're going to give all the anger to? Who's responsible? You are. So these pointing fingers, that means you've got to work on it. It's not okay. It's not all right to go to your family and take it all out. Would you like it if your husband did that? No. If the husband did it, you would be like, you know, really upset. And if you're upset, the children are upset, other family members are upset. So it's like one of those blocks that you start from here and you go. It's exactly those tumbling blocks. It starts here and it touches so many people. Unfortunate. What if you were able to say, wait a minute, I don't want to be angry. I know this is not something that I like, but is there another way of looking at it? Can I manage it in a proper, mindful way? Breathe in, etc. We will do those things and take those feelings out. What is that? Hello? Can you get it started? And so these are the things that we have to work on. But the first step is done when you identify it, when you become aware of it. Remember, the skills that we have to learn is self-awareness. I am angry now. Why am I angry? Is it because the person that I told something to do, they didn't do? That means your management needs a little bit of a push. Look at the point the finger, okay, how and what made you angry, and then your expectations make you angry. And unfortunately, everybody doesn't have the same standard of expectations. So the finger comes back to you. I haven't managed properly. And because I didn't manage properly, the other person behaved in such a way that I got angry. Now I have to look at my anger. That's a self-awareness. Become aware of it. And if you become aware of it, only then you can teach it to the other people. Correct? Is it hard? Yes, it is. It's hard. Let's name it. It's not easy. You know, it's easy to talk about it. The one before this, please. The one before it. I think, oh, here we go. Yeah, this one. Okay, can I forward it a little bit? Just a little bit. Iske saath? No, that's going on to the next one. Can you start it from there? No, that's not the one. Go back. No. Go to this. There's a video there. Find the video. There. And then take it over here. Not that one. There. No, a bit back.
Feeling hot, clenching you can control your anger emotion. Under control. Normal emotion that everyone experiences.
We'll just start with it again. Make notes. If you need to make notes, what do you think you can do?
It can cause you to say and do things you would never do if you were calm and under control. It is important to practice healthy ways to manage your anger. Today, you will learn about 5 different types of coping skills to help you control your anger emotions.
Coping skills
are things you can do to calm your brain and body and think more clearly when your temper rises. Before turning to coping skills, it can be helpful to notice warning signs in your body that let you know you are feeling angry. Examples of warning signs include heavy breathing, racing heartbeat, feeling hot, clenching your fists or jaw, shaking, or tightness in your chest. They also might include actions such as raising your voice, arguing, yelling, refusing to talk, threatening others, or pacing back and forth. These symptoms can be helpful warning signs so that you know that you need to stop and calm down. Here are 5 different types of coping skills that can help you better manage your anger. Number 1, relaxation skills. Relaxation skills help to relax your brain and body. These might include tensing and relaxing your muscles, spending time in nature, taking a nap, doing
Is that too fast for you?
meditation, grounding exercises,
Yeah?
or
Are you following
deep
it?
breathing techniques. Try the following deep breathing techniques for 2 to 3 minutes, or until you feel calm. Belly breathing. Breathe deep through your nose, feeling your belly expand. Hold your breath for a couple seconds, then breathe long and slow out your mouth. Feeling your belly return to its resting position. Square breathing. Breathe in
Remember we
your
did
nose
this
for 4
yesterday?
seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Breathe out your mouth for 4 seconds. Rest for 4 seconds. Trace the shape of a square in the air as you do your breathing. Triangle breathing. Breathe in your nose for 3 seconds. Hold your breath for 3 seconds. Breathe out your mouth for 3 seconds. Number 2, distraction skills. Distraction skills help get your mind off the angry situation. Practice creative outlets such as hobbies, art, or writing in a journal. Other healthy distractions might include counting from 1 to 100, listening to music, watching a movie, or playing with a pet. Number 3, movement or physical release. Sometimes anger can cause you to get physically aggressive, which can result in harm to yourself or others. It is important to practice healthy movement activities to release your anger in a productive way. This might include walking away from an angry situation,
That's very
running,
important.
biking, swimming, martial arts, or exercises in your bedroom, such as push-ups, sit-ups, wall sits, planks, or stretching. Number 4, thinking skills. Thinking skills help you notice negative thoughts that trigger your anger, and then change these thoughts to something more helpful and encouraging. For example, maybe you're thinking about how unfair it is that you have to do your homework before you can watch TV, or how rude it is that your friend brags after beating you at a board game. Instead of letting these thoughts take over, you can change your thoughts by telling yourself, relax, it's okay, time out, I'm taking a walk, or I'm letting this one go. It's not worth getting angry about. words to express how you feel. Tell the other person how they make you feel, but don't blame, judge, or criticize. Use I statements, such as, I feel mad when you brag about winning, because it seems like you don't care about my feelings. You can also use communication skills by asking for help or talking to a supportive person, such as a friend, parent, teacher, or counselor. You may not be able to completely get rid of your angry feelings, but coping skills can help you reduce your anger to a more manageable level. And an anger thermometer can be a useful visual tool to help you manage your anger. First, you can identify your level of anger from annoyed to enraged. Then, you can move across to the corresponding coping skills and practice one or more coping skills to help you control your angry emotions. If one coping skill does not work, then move on to another until you find the combination of coping skills that help you to feel calm and under control. It's okay to feel angry, but what's important is that you find healthy ways to manage your anger. The next time you feel your angry emotions rising, stop and remind yourself to practice a coping strategy from one of the following categories: relaxation skills, distraction skills, movement skills, thinking skills, or communication skills. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. For more
Can you
social,
stop that?
emotional, and
Just a
mental
minute,
health
stop.
resources for
I don't know if I can with this.
please visit www.mentalhealthcenter.com.
So these things are available on that website if you want to go there later on and find these things. And you can look more and see how you can adapt it to your level of schooling. So what were the coping skills that we are taught about? Is it okay to be angry sometimes? Yeah, it's an emotion. It's a release of something. It's your body saying something's not okay. And then it's your job to listen to it. So don't, yes, if it's there, then you have to say, okay, why did I get angry? And then use some of those skills that are used. What were they? Let's name them. What was the first one? Let's go one person at a time. What was the first one? Relaxation. Yeah? What does that mean, relaxation? Go to sleep? Go with the nature and listen to music. Do you go on your laptop to relax? No, because that's only going to wind you up. What else do you do to relax? Shopping. Well, shopping is good, but then what happens is that your person who's going to pay for it all is not going to be very happy. But sometimes it's okay.
Sometimes they know that this is the only option. There is the condition at home. His anger management will be required.
So what it is you are distracting yourself from that emotion, but you're not dealing with it. You can do it, you can go shopping, but when you come back, that anger is still going to be there. Nikal jata hai. Well, maybe you're lucky and it happens for you, but I don't think it happens for everybody, right? So if you are able to do that, we need to make sure that you understand that you're angry. Find some time to be alone with yourself. Do some mindful breathing. And remember, all is well. That this is going to pass. It's not going to stay. And whatever that anger thing was, it was just a little thing. It's going to pass away. And if it isn't going to pass away, how? Remember, we did the other skills? So what's the next one? What other skill do you need to do? Distraction. You've got to do. We already said all the distraction things. We try to get your thought pattern to change somehow. What's another thing? Let me ask one person at a time because I don't hear everything properly then. What's the third one? What do you say? Movement. Movement is really helpful. Some people go out for a run or they sit and they do the exercise like we did the other day. So what is happening is that you are letting go of that energy that's inside. The more you do it, it gets released. And there are hormones in your body that get released. And those hormones change your way of looking at things. Because otherwise they are stuck because of your energy that is there. What you want is flowing energy. You don't want energy that is collected together. And that's what happens when we have these emotions. What was the other one? Thinking. What kind of thoughts do we need to transfer to? To positive. So finding something that you have been very happy with or something like that, start thinking about that, right? As you start thinking about, maybe even if it's food and you say you're going to get something nice or something like that, just change your road. Remember that thing that we all talked about? You need to change that road, otherwise you're going to keep falling in it and become all that. That's what we're doing. And some more? Communication. Talk. It needs right away or wait. Sometimes you don't have to do that talking right away because the other person is also in another state. But if for some reason you're able to just wait a little bit, remember there is a time in between the reaction and the response. Take that time. And then when you're feeling a little bit better, you can address it. Okay? What else? Anything? Did we get everything? Yes. Okay. So this is something that you can go and find charts at, and you can mental health for Center for Kids. But what would be really amazing is if you could make this in your own language. Can you do it? Do you think you can? Yeah, that's a very nice one. And you can make it like less complicated so that children don't know how to read yet, but they can see pictures. And so you use less language, but if it's a Punjabi word or something like that, they will immediately say, what is that? You know, they can read it. So make it. So I would love to see somebody make a chart and say, here, this is what I'm going to do. Okay? So this is the other one. All right, next one. Now, we are now going to talk about somebody, we're growing up in the teens. Could be for the younger kids too, but you can actually use for this. So this one is perched high on a swaying branch in a massive mulberry tree. A boy was just about to jump down, a tall tree. He was about to jump down when a friendly voice rippled up through the tree's leaves. And let's listen to what happened. There should be a video of this there, but anyway, let's continue. Is there a video on it? Just check. You sure? This is the one we had. There you go. That's the one. This is about social emotional learning about responsibility and respect. Getting people to understand about that. The tree is going to talk to the boy. Volume.
In my head, I
Start
think
again,
I should
start
point out
again.
that jumping from that height might not be a great idea. Might not be. Perched high on a swaying branch in a massive mulberry tree, a boy was just about to jump down when a friendly voice rippled up through the tree's leaves. Excuse me, have you asked yourself what it? What? Who? The boy looked around, confused. Since you're standing on my head, I think I should point out that jumping from that height might not be a great idea, said the tree. Peering down to the grass below, the boy said, now that I think about it, I am pretty high up. Hearing the unfamiliar voice, the boy's sister jumped up and looked around, but she saw only her brother. Who are you talking to? She asked. I think I was talking to the tree, the boy said. Really? The girl asked, with her eyebrows raised high on her forehead. What did he say? She said I should ask myself, what if? He shrugged. So it not only talks, the tree is giving you advice? The girl asked. Oh, sure, I've given advice to lots of children, chuckled the tree. Acorn sandwiches, cried the girl. She's really talking. Oh, now, I don't try acorns, but I do hand out these helpful what-if-sees. You see, your brother isn't the first to notice my branches are great for climbing. But when those lovely children leaped without thinking first, broken arms and twisted ankles spoiled all their fun. I felt sick inside watching them hurt themselves, so now I had these special what-if-sees. You just tuck that in your pocket for later, went the tree. A what-if-seed? The boy asked. Do I plant it or eat it? You can feel it, the tree answered. Before you say or do something, feel that seed and remember to ask yourself, what if I do this? What can happen? It'll save you from all sorts of trouble, the tree explained. What kind of trouble? Wondered the boy. Like when you were in the tree, the girl said. She told you to ask what if right before you jumped, so you climbed down a little. Your arms and ankles aren't broken, right? Now you get it, encouraged the tree. It works in lots of other situations too. Really? Like what? Asked the boy. Remember when we were playing here the other day and your friend with the new haircut showed up? The tree asked. Oh yeah, he looked terrible. I asked if his baby sister attacked him with that hair flippers, laughed the boy. What did he say? Asked the girl, shocked. Well, nothing really. He's still not talking to me, grumbled the boy. A little what if, and you might still be friends, big brother, teased the girl. Yo, you're not perfect either, snapped the boy, glaring at his sister. No one's perfect. That's why what if is so helpful, said the tree. You know, I remember one day, when your mom was a girl, she was out here picking berries, began the tree. You knew our mom when she was a kid? The children said, with their eyes wide. Well now, how long do you think I've been standing here? Growing big and wise takes good long effort. I wasn't planted yesterday, the tree said. Anyhow, your mom was having herself a good time one day. She picked a whole basket full of berries. But berry picking is messy business. She was purple from head to toe. Berry juice on her hands, on her shoes. It was even in her hair. Your mom was so excited about her berries, she ran right into the house, plopped herself down, and started munching that yummy berry goodness. And what do you think happened next? Asked the tree. A big purple mess, explained the girl. Grandma would not have been happy. I guess Mom could have used a little what if before she ran into the house without wiping off her feet, the boy said with a smile. But before you ask yourself, what if I do this? What can happen? If you can hurt yourself, you can hurt someone else, or you'll make your mom mad. Change your action. What if? Won't be able to do anything, grumbled the boy. Yeah, there's a lot of fun, the girl complained. Would it have been fun to jump from the high branch if you broke your arm? The tree asked. Only until it reached the ground, he chuckled. I guess jumping from the lower branch is still fun. Since I didn't get hurt, I'd climb again later. And if Mom had picked herself up before she ran in the house, maybe Grandma would have sat and enjoyed the berries with her, said the girl. That would have been more fun than cleaning up the mess. What if it doesn't stop the fun? It just helps you change how you're doing something, so you can have fun without the trouble, the tree said. Speaking of fun, I'm hungry, said the boy. Yeah, let's go eat a snack, said the girl. Feeling a smooth seed between his fingertips, the boy paused. Wait, it's close to dinner time. What if Mom's cooking dinner? Okay, we better not eat a snack right before dinner. But what if we go help her? And then we ask her to bake some berry pie with us, suggested the girl with a smirk. Now that sounds like fun. Raise you there. Thanks for the what-if-sees.
Okay, let me hear your comments. what would you do? And these are three, oh wait, go back please to the one that was the 3 papers, the last one. What did you get out of this? Was it hard to understand? It was okay? All right. If it was hard, you can always, can send you the link and you can take a look at it again, okay? Now, tell me, what do you understand? How do we use this? Where do we use this? What comes to your mind? Remember to talk loud, everybody. You know, we have mics somewhere here. Oh, they've been taken away. Okay, talk loudly so people can hear. Yeah.
Before school, I am angry at one time on my teacher.
Yeah.
So at that time, I can think like, what if I become angry and I talk like that to my teacher?
Yeah.
And she will speak back to me.
Right.
Because it can happen these days.
Right.
And how I will feel.
So, very good. So, what is this what if question doing? One person at a time. What is this doing? Okay, what exactly is it doing? Yeah? Creating a space. Creating a space between the reaction and the response. So when you teach children, no matter what age, to first think about it. Stop. Before you give a reaction, you are teaching them social, emotional skill that they can use not only in school but everywhere, even in the rest of their lives. So see how important it is? This is just one way of doing it. I'm sure you can find even more. What if is a question. It's a seed that you're planting in your mind and saying, oh. So instead of continuously working on things, we do it that way. Questions, anybody? You're good with that? Are you understand where it's going to be used? Okay. But before we go on, these are some situations. Let's see if we can apply this what if. Okay, you turn to the person next to you and discuss. And I will give you the situation which you are going to discuss. The first one is your ball rolls into the street. You want to run out and grab it before it rolls down the street. Now, think of some scenarios of what if. Think about them. So, you talk about it, you think about it, and you think about it. Okay? Together, 2. The next one is, your classmate makes a mistake writing on the whiteboard. Okay? There's a whiteboard and the person went with there. And you think of something really funny to say about it. It's a situation. What do you think? What's the what if seed here? So this group, and this group. Think about it and let's see if we have the same answers or not. And then the last one, you are waiting in line at the grocery store with your parents and it's really boring. You look at your brother, you look at your brother and think it would be fun to poke him in the stomach. These are little situations, right? Kids do that all the time and you're waiting and you're going, you know. But we need to teach them also somehow, right? So the rest of the people that I haven't mentioned, the last one. Just talk about it. You've got 5 minutes to talk about it. Which one are you going to do? First one? You group? First one? Your group, you do the second one? Okay? And that group, third one.
We are done.
You're done. You have your answer?
Yes.
All right.
Because we do whatever we do, we want to share that. Because there's a place when me and my brother, we are think that we feel boring, then what we do?
Yeah.
We not smoke, but what we do, we play some games. Like when
Yeah, yeah.
And we also do a thing. Did you count? Like if remember.
Yeah, different things. But those are coping skills, right? Yeah,
This is
coping
what we
skills.
play when we have to wait somewhere. It's not only grocery shop. Somewhere we are waiting for the train. We are waiting for anything.
Yeah.
So we do these type of things, and that's really make us fun, and we enjoy even the stars. The people who are surrounding us, they also feel happy.
Okay, I think that doesn't require too much time. I think we are all good, right? So who wants to share the one that says your ball rolls down the street? Think of the what if situation. What would you think if you're thinking about the what if seed? I'm not talking about what you're going to do after that. What's your what if seed? What's your what if seed now? Situation is that, and you're in that situation, you're going to think about what if. What would that be? Who else was doing it? Yes?
According to us, if war rolls into the street, the situation which is not in our hands, let it be.
Okay.
To rush behind that situation.
Okay.
But with the speed of that ball is not so high. So I do go, might be some truck or something else is coming. Some vehicle must be my vehicle must have. So then why the things which is not in our hands, let it be go.
Okay, that's one seed, right? One thought is what if, the ball is rolling down, you can't control it, and there might be something coming from the other side that could be dangerous. That's the what if. Is there another situation?
The second situation.
Let's give somebody else a chance. What if?
What if I run very fast and I stumble down or I fall?
I like that too, yes. What if I stumble and I fall down and then something's coming? So you quickly do that. It's possible, right? Anyone else have another what if seed for this situation?
Yes.
Or we good? Oh
I
yeah.
hit someone.
What if?
I hit someone.
You hit someone with the ball.
What if?
Yeah. Okay, because the ball's already rolled.
No, I hit someone before I catch the ball. Means in rush.
In rush, I can hurt someone. She wants.
You might hurt somebody if you're going behind that ball. Okay, so these are situations that the little children, the teens, they have to think about. You're much older, you have experience in life, so your what if seeds are going to be very easy to get. However, they might take a little bit longer. All right, the second one is about the classmate who makes some mistakes and writes something on the whiteboard. Now, what is a what if seed for that? Who's doing that? Please give the mic to that person. You are? The second one? Okay.
If I found something funny that one friend is writing on the board, then I will tell separately to her.
So the question is, what if? So you're going to say, what if? The question is something really funny to say about it, right? And you think, so you're laughing at the person, right? Now what's the situation? Is that a healthy thing? No.
What if I hurt her feeling by smiling?
What if you hurt somebody's feelings because you're laughing at them? That's one. Anything else? What if?
What if I'm sticky and I'm confident, oh, this isn't good and no one will get me.
Okay, so what if somebody else sees it? Is it okay to laugh at it? Is it nice to laugh at it? No. So the question is, what if by laughing I'm hurting someone's feelings? That kind of thing. What if? Because it's responsible behavior that we are trying to teach. All right, what's the next one? Who can answer that one? This one is about waiting in a line and poking your sister like this. In other words, you're disturbing someone. You're disturbing people around you and everything. Who's going to answer that one?
If I poke my brother, if he is standing in a queue, it might be that reaction will be so fast, it can knock down someone,
Yes.
and it can hurt someone if I do so. So instead of poking, I'll prefer the traditional way that I discussed, Pachi bina likha dikha. This is what we really do right now also whenever we are waiting for something. Then what we do, one has to go and see, where she has taken this word and we have to find it within a time limit.
Right.
So this is what we do to enjoy.
Yeah, but in this case, the situation, the scenario is that somebody's poking someone. So the question is, what if? And the first answer that you had was, something that applies to that what if the person really gets startled and they go pum to the other person. So any other situation, what if?
What if the parent, what if it hits him, hits her back harder?
Yeah, there might be a response. No, not a response. A reaction. Because if you poke somebody, what's the other person going to do again? And it can start a fight, right? Because brothers and sisters are prone to get, quite like that.
Only will come to pass sometimes. What if the people they getting pleasure to see them? Like
Yeah,
talking to each other.
right. That's true. That involving the question here is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's not something acceptable because the person gets hurt, the other people get hurt. It's not a behavior. So the thing was, what if is a seed that you're putting in your head, and you teach this to the students so that they can start watering it, that seed. And every situation they come to, these are just 3 of them, right? Every situation they come to, they wait. What if? Response. Then think about it a little bit. Thinking skills come in there, coping skills come in there, all of those things come in. Okay. Here's another one. Can you get the video in there too? These are just simple strategies which are teaching us some other skills, right? This one is about, first put the volume on and then start it again. Start it
Because I
again.
want to play a game player. Mom said no.
This is about honesty
Why are you
and
putting
having a
behind
conscience.
me? Asked a cozy voice. Because I want to play a game player. Mom said no, but I really, really want to.
Excuse me?
Wait a
Start it
second.
again.
Who am I talking to? Asked the little boy. Why are you hiding behind me? Asked a cozy voice. Because I want to play a game player. Mom said no, but I really, really want to. Wait a second. Who am I talking to? Asked the little boy, who just settled himself into the comfy hollow of an old oak tree. Why, me, of course, came the warm voice. Who? He asked, looking around the yard. Me, the tree, right here. I've been watching you grow up, just like I watched your daddy before you. And it's time I speak up, said the tree. You watched my daddy grow up? Asked the boy, who was so interested he forgot to be surprised that the tree was talking. Oh yes, I watched your daddy and his daddy before him. You're a lot like your daddy, you know, the tree said with a nod of release. I am? He asked. Yes, he liked to play outside too. And he sat here one day, just like you, hiding from his mom. Only he was crying, she explained. My dad never cries, exclaimed the boy. Saw the mouse, said the tree. Why is he crying? The boy asked, still doubting his father was ever a little boy, much less one who cried. Well, he was very sad because he sneaked a toy when his mama had told him not to play with it, the tree explained. But my dad never does things he shouldn't, the boy said. Everybody makes mistakes, oh, believe me. I watch people make lots of mistakes. Small ones, big ones, silly ones, serious ones. Making mistakes is part of life, and a really big part of growing up. It's how you learn who you want to be, she said. That day, your dad learned an important lesson. He did, said the tree. Yeah, he learned not to get caught, because mom will be mad, cried the boy. Oh, he didn't get caught, said the tree. Then why was he crying? Asked the boy. Because even though his mama didn't know what he'd done, his conscience did, she said. What's the conscience? He asked,
Fine.
a little worried now.
Yeah.
A conscience is that voice in your head and that feeling in your heart that tells you something is right or wrong, even when no one is looking, the tree explained. I think I might know that feeling, the boy thought, looking at his game later. Oh no, I have a conscience. Your daddy was crying that day because his heart hurt. Not a lot, mind you, but enough. Inside, he knew he'd done something that was wrong. He wasn't proud of himself. And I can tell you, because I've been around a long, long time, and I've watched lots of people learn this the hard way. Being proud of yourself without anyone else having to tell you you've done good, that feels better than getting a free double scoop ice cream cone every day for the rest of your life, the tree said. Better than ice cream, you say? You know, I'm not supposed to have this game later right now, the boy admitted. Nope, she agreed. If I make a good choice and put it back, I can be proud of me, he said excitedly. Right now it is a great time to make a good choice, she answered. But I still feel kind of bad that I tried to sneak it in the first place, he whispered. Look at it this way. You learned an important lesson that your dad, and his dad, and lots more dads and moms before them learned too. You see, everybody makes mistakes. As long as you learn from them and decide to make a good choice next time, then you did okay. Now then, forgive yourself, and be glad you know how it feels to be proud of your choices. You did some good growing up today, encouraged the tree. Okay, I'm gonna run to put it back right now, he yelled over his shoulder. I'm proud of you too.
Okay, comments. What did you like, what didn't you like, or what do you think you can use and how? What do you think? What was the story about? One thing was, don't be afraid of making mistakes. What's another thing that this was teaching us?
Learn from your mistakes.
See, when you all talk, I don't even hear one thing. Yes? Learn from your mistakes. What else? Make good choices. To be honest. This is all about being honest. Honest with whom? Yourself. Because you have a conscience and an inner voice that is telling you this is right, this is not right. Okay? Yes, if you realize it, if you become aware that you are not doing it, like the boy, he realized his mistake, that he was taking something that he wasn't supposed to. He decided, oh, I better go put it back, because putting it back is going to be very rewarding afterwards, because you feel the top of the world because you did the right thing. But if you didn't, what's going to happen? Let's suppose you did something that you were not supposed to do and you get away with it.
You will not be proud of guilty.
Guilty? What else? It could become a habit, but even just for one time, right? One time you've done something wrong. If your conscience is talking to you, what is the conscience going to say? Is it going to be happy with you? No. It's going to, your thoughts are going to be, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done this. What if, here's a what if I got caught? Yeah, and what else is there? What if, I got away with this time, but you've got a whole lot of things that you're taking away with you. It's going to give you something called anxiety, because you don't know how to deal with it afterwards, because your voice is saying, shouldn't have done that. Okay, mom didn't know about it, dad didn't know about it, but I do. So we want to teach the children that you have to listen to your conscience. It is a guiding voice that is telling you what is going to be something that you need to do in order to make things evident. So here we are teaching them about a certain emotion. What is that emotion? Honesty. And to realize, to listen to the conscious, the voice within. Okay? So we are teaching them all kinds of things with little clips like that. You ask them. When you start talking to the kids about it, they will tell you everything. You know, what happened, if you were in a situation and your mom said, don't do this, and you did it anyway, what happened? Some of them will say, oh, well, I got away with it, and they're happy about it, and then you ask, what if? And then you ask the what if question. And that's how we could continue the thing in a classroom where you continue. Okay, what do we have next, please? Hello? Next, please. This is another, wait, make sure we get the title before we start it.
Is something bothering you? Came a voice like a warm
What?
breeze.
Stop, please.
No,
Stop.
I'm fine. I have the whole thing figured out.
Just stop.
The girls.
Just stop for a second. Yeah. So this is about, again, some of the things that we have talked about, being bigger. We are teaching them skills. It's something that we have to understand ourselves. And that's it. Being bigger, respect, friendship, and perseverance. What does perseverance mean? Perseverance means to go on and doing something even though you have not succeeded on it. But you persevere, you continue. Okay, you continue. So this little story is going to give us a direction. Okay, now you can start.
Whole thing figured out, the girl snapped. Just then, she started to look around. She saw an old elm tree next to her, the school far across the playground, and not another person close enough to talk to. Am I talking to a tree? She wondered aloud. Well, I am the only one here, said the tree with a wink. So what's bothering you? Kids at this school have been telling me for a long time that I'm a very good listener. I don't need to talk. I figured it out. I'm just inviting a sister over after school, but I am not going to invite Emma, the girl said, with her arms crossed and her chin in the air. Why not? Asked the tree. Because the last time I was at Emma's house, she had another friend come too. And you know what she did? She totally ignored me. She didn't even notice when I left, she yelled. Oh, I see, said the tree. Your feelings are hurt. So you're going to get even with them. Get even? I'm not getting even. The words coming from the girl in a great rush. I just want to live with Emma's sister today, without Emma. Usually you and Emma have lots of fun together, said the tree. I guess we do, the girl said thoughtfully. But she hurt my feelings. I understand. Your heart and your stomach are tied up in us. If you leave Emma out, so her heart hurts too, will that help you feel better? Asked the tree. Not when you say it like that. That just sounds mean. But what else can I do? Pleaded the girl. You can be bigger, replied the tree. I can't be bigger than her. She's like half a head taller than me, said the girl. I mean kind of bigger, where you're bigger than the wrong done to you, the tree explained. Being bigger is when you treat someone the way you would like to be treated, even when they haven't been that kind to you. Why should I be nice to her? She hurt me, and I want her to know, said the girl, with her brow furrowed and her hands clenched in fists. Let me tell you a story about your grandmother. I saw her here one day, with her arms crossed and a scowl on her face just like yours, said the tree. You know my grandma? Asked the girl, curiosity winning out over her anger. Of course, she went to this school too, and I've been standing in the same spot watching kids play for a long, long time, explained the tree. My grandma went to school here? I thought they were too busy chasing dinosaurs and stuff, said the girl with a smirk. Not only do they have schools, They have friends and lots of the same problems you and your friends work through, chuckled the tree. Your grandma had a very good friend who hurt her feelings. Your grandma was so mad, she decided to ignore her friend when she came to the lunch table. So then her friend's feelings were hurt, and she invited other girls to play jump rope, but she left your grandma on purpose. Then your grandma got back at her by not inviting her friend to a sleepover, even though all the other girls in the class were invited. Well, you see where this is going. One hurtful action led to another, and next thing you know, your grandma and Mildred were enemies, said the tree. What? Did you mean Auntie Mildred? She and her are best friends, she cried, puzzled. They are now, but only because your grand finally decided that the time had come to be bigger than the mess she was in, explained the tree. How does she be bigger? Asked the girl. She thought about what she really wanted, exclaimed the tree. First, she wanted to have her good friend back. She also wanted to stop the ache that was in her heart all the time. Staying mad and feeling hurt takes a lot out of you when you keep doing it every day. That's for sure, murmured the girl. Your grand went to Mildred and explained that the whole thing started because the last time she was at Mildred's house, she felt left out and ignored, said the tree. Mildred, feeling a bit guilty, explained she hadn't realized your grand was upset. She apologized for not paying more attention to your grand's feelings from the start. Then Mildred told Gran that she felt pretty awful when Gran ignored her and didn't invite her to the sleepover. They figured out that it felt a lot better to talk about how they felt than to stay in a big fight, said the tree. That sounds awfully hard and embarrassing. I don't want to talk to Emma. It would be easier just to pretend nothing happened, said the girl. Well, there's the easy way, and then there's the right way. If you want the ache in your heart to stop, choose the right way, advised the tree. Like I said, that sounds awfully hard, the girl complained. Sometimes doing the right thing is hard, but it's only hard for a little while. Then it gets better, said the tree. When you pick the easy way, your heart aches with anger and regret a little bit, but you stay bummed for a long time. When you pick the right way, you might feel embarrassed or really uncomfortable for a short while, but then it gets better, and the aches in your heart melt like chocolate on a summer day, she said. Melting chocolate sure sounds better than how I'm feeling now. If I could talk to her, you think we could be friends like we used to be? The girl asked. You'll be even better friends for having grown through a challenge together. How do you think your friend and Mildred got to be such good friends? Suggested the tree. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go over there right now and talk to her, the girl said, pulling herself up tall, proud of herself for doing the right thing. I'm proud of you too.
Okay. So, what does this teach us? How can we use it? What did you like about it? Tell me. One person at a time. Okay. In other words, it's telling us we need to have the art of communicating our feelings. Not sit down in a little huff and kabuff and say, oh, never want to talk about this again. But to talk it out. Communication. What else? Sorry?
Treat others as you want others to be.
Exactly. Treat others like you want to be treated. That's another thing. What else?
For me, it tells us the big art that
Yeah.
we have to forgive many times.
That's the one. Forgiveness. The big lesson here is learning how to get over the things and forgive and talk about it and move on. So these are skills we need to teach our children. Otherwise, they don't know. They will learn by example from their parents, and the parents are not always the best examples. So you, as the educator, has to show them that here, this is what you are we are all supposed to be doing, and we need to practice that. What when you're feeling hurt inside? What then? Remember? The person's hurt because someone ignored them. right? Acceptance can come in, but or giving your space. And then a what if seed comes in. What if she had said this or this, then you can start thinking about that. So is this something that you can play to your students at some level, and they can ask questions, they can identify their feelings, most important, their emotions. Because some of them don't even recognize it. They think that it's normal to be upset with someone. Because it's around themselves, they see so many people doing that. So many people who are giving, they're role models of this. We don't have positive role models all the time. Yes, there are people who, display those qualities, but I think they are like quite few. Yeah.
They heard the things from their mother and their reaction is same for their cousins in the school. We are facing this.
Exactly. Now the thing is, how do we get to that problem? Right? It's about, you will tell the kids about this, but they don't know how to do it when you go home, because home, it's a different story. We also need to educate the parents. If we don't educate the parents, then all we do, everything is done in the schools, it's going downhill, because the kids will be saying, yes, I want to do this, and they're good. But they go home and everything is reversed.
Three cousins in the same class. We have changed the section also. One child is very conservative, he's introvert, and the other two cousins of her, they are so, they express everything to teachers and all that. So she feels like she is targeted by the teachers also. Whatever mistake she makes in the class, they all just in a big wall at home tease her. Jisko ma'am ne ye kaha, wo kaha.
Oh my God.
And mother is facing so much that my child, she is getting so irritated with this.
Of
thing.
course,
Because the
yeah.
cousins are bringing all those odds at the home, and her elders in the home, they also are targeting her. They look at them, they are doing this, and you have done this.
Yeah.
In the school, you have done this. This is the way.
Yeah. So these teens that are there, the students, if they could see something like this, then the discussion comes in. So you show it to them and they say, what if this, if you're in a family and this happens? So you bring their situation into this. And then the other people hopefully will say, oh, we should not do that. We should be kind, and we should have a conscience, and we should be, equal with this and that. And talking behind someone's back, that's part of your conscience talking, telling you, well, I shouldn't have done that. These are values that we have to show. You have to exhibit them yourself, and then you have to teach them to the kids, and then you have to go and find those parents and give them one or two of these things, right? And say, no, you can't do that. No, they don't know better. They don't know better. We can't blame them or anything like that. So if you were to get a few of them together and just go through these skills in Punjabi and say, listen, the world is going downhill. You want your child to be full of mental anxiety? Someone who's not going to be able to do any work afterwards? Or do you want your child to be successful? All parents will say, I want them to be successful. Well, here are some things that you need to instill in your children. That's a big job, and it's yours. But imagine, if out of 10, you even get 2 parents on board, it's still worthwhile. All of them are not going to do it, because remember, their education level is not that high. But you can talk to them on a level that they can understand. If you don't do this, agar hum ye nahi karenge, I don't know, English, Punjabi, whatever works for them, you are taking your child down the wrong path. Because they've been brought up like that. They don't know what to do.
They copy whatever language the parents they are using. If father is abusive, using the abusive language, they copy that. And when we ask from where you learned this word, my father.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
one of the case that I have seen, they are 7th class parent student, and he was like doing the acting, whatever
Yeah.
So we might do in like maybe the traditional ways. Then we have a glass of drink. They do like this, right? So he was using with the coke.
Ah.
The teacher have observed, like teacher has observed and friends to me. When I discussed with him, how you come to know why you're doing this with coke? My father does
Yeah.
this, and that's why I'm motivates I'm learning with every day. But he didn't say the reason and calling. Then later on, I come to know from the research that okay, so he was intimating that thing, what his father
Which is
does.
normally what is happening all around the world. But it's a big task. Don't get discouraged. Don't worry if it doesn't get everybody, but you try to get as many as possible. Because you must have heard of this story. There was this man going near the sea or the ocean, all right? And he sees a shell on the floor. One of those shells, the ones that, have a little animal in them or something like that. He picks it up and he goes like this into the water. Then he goes again, and every one that he sees he picks it up, throws it away like this. Another person comes to him and he says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm throwing the shell into the water so it can find life." And the other guy starts laughing. He says, "Are you crazy? Do you know how many shells there are here?" He says, "Probably, but it made a difference to this one." So we don't know how many shells there are, how many people there are. Make a difference. Make one difference. You've done something. But the more you do, the better. We can't do everything, but we can make our best possible attempt to do it, right? And you will see that the change will come slowly, but wait for it. Remember, you are taking a seed and you're watering it. A plant does not come out right away. It will take time, and then suddenly you will see the shoots coming out, and hopefully we will also see the blossoming, the flowers coming out as your students begin to graduate. And they blossom into these people that have a good conscience. They know what to do and how to do it with good social, emotional skills. They are more likely to get a job. They are more likely to get friends, etc. Probably happier in their marriages afterwards too. These are just some of those stuff, okay? Now this is really going to go fast, and I think I can do this with here. All about little children, showing them what feelings look like, right? They don't even know. So all about, how are you feeling today? Like as they're coming into the classroom, you can ask them, checking, how are you feeling today? What does that feeling look like? Do you even know what happy means? And what does it mean when you're tired? All right? So you start putting these things and you're checking in your feeling. What are some feelings that you can have? You ask the kids. And then they say, oh, they have to think about it, right? Because they don't know. And you're beginning to make them think about them. Here are some feelings. You can feel sad, anxious, scared. Have you ever been scared? You ask the child. What about, well, happy? Almost everybody knows happy, right? They know, are they mad or angry? Have you ever been angry and you ask the person? Most likely, these kind of things we do with the puppets. You use the puppet and you go, hi, have you ever been angry? And then the other person will talk to the puppet, not to you. All of a sudden, you are not there anymore. And that's important. The teacher is not there, but the animal is. Upset. Do you ever get upset? What kind of things make you upset? You know, you ask those kind of questions. Lonely. Are you lonely? Then the child might say yes, because my father and mother are never home. They're working, and if they come home, they are on their, social media. Nobody ever talks to me. How many people can relate to that? So they feel all those things. And you can ask them, which ones do you feel the most today? Because you want them to feel it, acknowledge it, and then use the techniques to make that creating space and get out of it, if necessary. If they're happy, they're happy. You say, fine, it's okay. So what are some kinds of things that make you feel happy? This is another question you can ask them. What kind of things make you happy? There you go. Oops. That didn't work. Uh, for example, that question was separate, something that you can ask the kids. This is something else. If somebody's crying, they're upset, what can you do? You turn. When someone is sad, you teach them. These are skills you are teaching them. When someone is sad, you turn and you talk to a friend, right? Whether you are the sad person, you find a friend and you talk to them. If you are the person who's not sad, but you can find somebody who can talk to. That's one way of looking at it. Or you could give them a hug and ask if they're all right. That's empathy, right? You're asking them. Kids don't know how to do that. Some are natural because they've seen it at the families. Some don't know. They only know how to hide their feelings. How to calm down when you're mad. We just looked at that. These are 3 things. You take deep breaths. You've got to learn and teach them how to take those deep breaths, okay? Talk to an adult or go for a walk. It's okay to have feelings, we tell them. Don't worry about it. We just know how to deal with them. And there's a resource page over here that you can go to afterwards, okay? Then you can also have some feelings for yourself. How do I feel today? And this is a lesson objective that you can have. This is, you are going to familiarize everybody what the different feelings are and get to know one's feelings. You can say, I feel happy. When do you feel happy? And everybody's going to have a different response, and then you can tell. Once somebody says, oh, I'm happy when I see and play with my friends. And then you say, well, how about you? And then the other person says, I'm happy when my uncle comes over, or something like that, right? And how about sad? When you're feeling sad, I'm sad when I miss mom and dad. And then you say, do you feel the same way? These are questions, and let them answer. Remember, you need to let them talk. Listen more, talk less. When I feel angry when I see someone disrespecting others. That's a good place when you can become an angry. Anger doesn't mean that you have to, but you know that something has to be done about it. When someone is disrespecting others, you might want to speak out in a certain way, in a nice way. And there's the sunshine, because you haven't seen sunshine for a long time, right? Anything like that. Let the kids tell you. They will blow your mind. They are so good. They are so good, okay? And sometimes you feel scared, you say. Really? When do you feel scared? Somebody says, I feel scared when I watch a horror movie. Then you might want to say, well, is that a good thing? Do you want to feel scared? So some people want to feel scared, right? They watch all these. You do? Yeah. I don't. I can't watch scary movies. Some people can. I immediately, when I see something, I hear the music and I go, turn it off. Because you know what? It's affecting you. It affects you, and you're going to keep those feelings inside you. And then you have to do double work to get them out of you. Okay? So why invest in something that's going to make you work double? Stay away. Why not watch a happy movie? You know, so you have something that really makes you feel, oh, that was good. And you're going to already be at that stage and not here. So yes, some people in their teenage years, they like being scared and all that. That's because they don't know. We haven't even told them that being scary is not something, exactly wonderful.
What happens if I see that? If I'll experience that thing, what will happen? What is going to be in my mind? Like, we want to experience new things. That's one of the reasons that we do.
That's right.
But we want to experience.
Well, this is the type of things that you begin to talk about. This is only a little bit. You can talk about alcoholism and home. Say, do you feel scared when you see your father or mother or someone drunk? What does it make you feel like? So you're going to try and get them to talk about it. Maybe they don't want to in front of everybody, which is fine. But if they bring it up, then it's okay. Sometimes people are tired. Remember I told you about this people who came to school and they were tired? You know? So this one is whenever I go out and run on a sunny day, you come back and you're tired. Explain the feelings. These are just feelings, emotions that you're feeling. Oh, I feel shy. A lot of people feel shy, don't they? Little kids, and they don't even know what they're doing. They don't know they're experiencing shyness. And then you explain it to them. And you say, do you ever feel shy? Or what do you feel when somebody says, you're so beautiful?
In today's kids, this is very much. They don't open up in front of the strangers. When they come home, the parents, they are complaining about this. They say they don't wish them, and they just hide themselves.
Yeah. Why are they doing that? Why are they hiding themselves?
Because they stay lonely. They don't have.
Why are they feeling lonely?
They don't have the exposure.
Exposure. Why don't they have the exposure?
Because parents are not giving time.
Parents don't know about it.
Parents are not giving time. They are busy on their telephone and all that.
No one is taking the time to invest and explain to them what they are feeling.
But they are feeling it.
That's all.
They are fighting with them.
They don't know what shyness is. They don't know, they just know that, okay, this happens. But when you teach them and you say, it's okay if somebody gives you, just say thank you. Lack of confidence, exactly. That's why you feel shy sometimes. Sometimes children feel shocked, right? For example, you forget something and you've been studying all night and you go there and you go, I'm shocked. They don't even know that word, by the way, but you can teach them. Do you ever feel upset completely because you've come to across that? Sometimes you feel proud when you accomplish something and get rewarded. Here's where you can start talking to them about, yes, you have to do your very best, but remember that you don't become full of ego. You have to remember that you are not working with it. Now here you can introduce a little bit of our spiritual nature, that there is something that is actually helping you do that. Acknowledge it. We have to be grateful for it. Teach them gratitude. If you've done very well, instead of becoming proud, say thank you. Thank you to that one that may help you. That's what we have to start introducing to them. So we feel what we feel. We all feel the full range of emotions in different situations. Whenever or wherever we are on the happy or the sad or the engaged or bored, proud or embarrassed, it's okay to feel. We want to become people that are empathetic. Empathy means feelings. If we have no feelings, we are blocking things, and we don't do that. But we know how to deal with the feelings. Whether they are good feelings or bad feelings, we know how to do that. So we want to feel and express it in a safe and healthy way. Because if you don't know how to channel your anger, you're going to hurt someone or yourself. You haven't channeled it properly. So those are the kind of things we have. These are quite quick things that I'm going to go through, take about 3-4 minutes. These are situations that you can use later on in your teens classes where some instructions are given. And the question is, would you rather game? Just like we have a what if. This is a game that we say, what would you rather? And this means that it's an activity, a fun activity to get to know each other better. Okay, so what would you say? Here's how we'll play. Would you rather have a classroom pet or a turtle or something like that? You ask your students, what do you think? What would you rather have? And then you can have a discussion with them. And then you say, why? Because it's all about the W's. Why would you want to do that? When would be the best time to do this? Etc. There could be another situation. What if you have unlimited homework passes? That means you can skip your homework sometimes. Or You can have 10 extra minutes of recess every day. What would you like to do? Would you like the homework passes, or would you like to have 10 minutes extra in a recess? What do you think? 10 minutes extra. But you'd rather do the homework. Yeah? Why? Why the 10 minutes extra? More playing and stuff like that. All right. Would you rather be the class clown, meaning you're always making silly things, or would you be classroom teacher's pet? So they are making them think about this, right? Situations that create discussion. And why would you do that? Would you rather have a school lunch that's always your favorite food, or never have homework again? It's interesting.
Actually, the feeling of the students when you are students and this is what how traditional now also we are.
By the way, do you know between yourself for a minute? I feel better. No, it was just coming there, yeah. So it better. हाँ, अजवाइन would be nice.
हाँ, and black salt.
कौन सी? नहीं, नहीं. I'll just wait.
I think it's the cold.
Yeah.
Dr. Harpreet was also throwing up.
Oh yeah.
It's the change in weather, but पानी boil वैसे करा दिया है.
Yeah, उसमें थोड़ी जवैन डाल लेंगे. I think should be good, yeah. And then maybe, once I lie down a little, it'll feel better. It'll be okay.
hello, 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 hello.
And the blessings that we have around us and the happy life that we want that we have that is according to him that will represent the church.
So basically, okay, just like this. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, let's take a look at it. विचकारली लाइट ऑफ कर दो. I already had the first one. Just give me more water and put some javan in it, and then I'll have it. Not everybody's here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, beta. Yes. We are trying to color our world by making sure that you're giving. So once you give to someone, that person is going to move it, pass it forward. So it is a way of giving that eventually, by the way, it turns around and colors you too. So that's very nice. Then the next one, teens. And this?
You take it,
Okay.
not in a, you take it in your mouth
Okay.
and then take a water.
Thank you.
You want to sit on a sofa, then you can sit
No,
on
no, I'm good. I'm good. Saru છે.
So in between if you start, keep on taking, then you will feel relaxed.
Oh, oh. लाइट फिर से चली गई? Oh. Oh. By the way, do you have access to smart boards in your classes? So you could play this if you wanted to.
Not all children saying, but we have.
But you could have a place where everybody could see it. Right. Gosh, we need somebody constantly on this. Watch the sequence. I love this part. Just look, watch what happens. Yeah.
One person will take a step, others are watching, and they are implementing in their life, and that change will be visible to the
Everybody.
world.
In other words, don't be afraid to make the change. You start, take the first step, and other people will join in. You know, they will see the success. Look, the person went and saw this wall that is completely bad. Said, he or she doesn't know whether they're going to be able to complete it, but they just go and they say, okay, let me start. And everybody else is basically going, laughing, oh, what are you going to do? You can't, just one person. So eventually, people come on board, and it becomes a community project. That's our idea too, to get everybody on board. And my wish, desire, is that as educators, that you create videos that are more possible for the type of people to understand, because they don't understand that kind of thing. You know, the people who are in the type of schools in the rural areas, we need videos that will relate to them, right? So how do you help your neighbor? How do you start? By just being the only one, but you can do it. I'm sure your brains are working. I can see them. They're going, no? And when they are doing it, you will get it. Just, that's creativity, isn't it? The best way to get out of your mind is to become creative. Artists do that all the time. Because as they do it, they forget about all the worldly stuff, and they are engrossed. Their total mind is into whatever they are doing. So creation, if you get the kids to make something, if you color. So we're going to do that, some of that today. But first, I just want to finish this part of it here. And let's see, was there anything else? Yes. This we will do later. I want you to take a look at your folders again. Find that part about the child again. Unfortunately, we didn't put page numbers, otherwise it would have been easier. But do you remember we were reading about that child? Let's see, where was it? Yes, that one. Okay. I want to find that again myself. I had it. We did the forgiveness, didn't we? Remain mindful of every moment. And then we did the...
We have done last time, this was Shifali's
Bedtime rituals.
Yes,
We have done bedtime rituals.
bedtime rituals we done yesterday.
Yes, exactly. That's the one. We did the bedtime rituals, and of course, you tailor-make it to you. Doesn't have to be that same one. Be what helps you. What do you do the last thing that when you fall asleep? Let's be honest, okay? फोन होता है कभी कभी कि देख लो पता नहीं किस कौन से WhatsApp messages आए हैं. Anything else? Most of the time, you do. Thanks. Most people, 99% are going to bed with the phone. You look at it and you scroll through something, and then you say, oh, it's time to sleep. You turn the thing off and that. What have you taken in your brain? everything that you have just seen, it has gone into your consciousness. Your consciousness is like an empty bowl in which you can pour in whatever you want. You can pour in good thoughts, you can pour in bad thoughts. When we say bad and good, it's relative depending on what we're thinking about. You can pour in anything. Jealousy, anxiety, anger, happiness, all these things. These are tools that you're putting into your brain. We say brain. The brain is just a physical manifestation of your consciousness. Consciousness is the wide universe, but your consciousness is part of that universe inside. Now, whatever you put in your consciousnness is what's going to come out. Okay? So, we talk about karma. एक कर्म होंदे ने जो तुसी कीता वो थानू पाना पैंदा है, राइट? जो मैं किया सो मैं पाया, दोष न दीजिए अवर्जना. So what do you want to put in that consciousness? Because it's going to come out sooner or later, but it's in your hands. Don't pray to God. God has given you full permission. He's not saying, oh, you can think about this, but you can't. Is God doing that? God gives equal permission to everybody to be the whole universe. Right? That's what Gurbani tells us. So now, it is up to us what we want to put in this panda. Put in all the social media you want. Something somewhere is going to take an effect on you. Not right away, but along the line. So I'm not saying that we don't use it at all, but don't do it particularly at the end of the day. Because for the number of hours that you are sleeping, you have that in your mind. And it's taking root more and more. What if, here's our what if question, what if we planted the seeds of love and shukr and chalo koi na, all of those things, which we call prayer actually, just remembrance of who I am. I am the universe. Whatever I put in, I'm going to get it. So I want to be that universe which has good, pure, positive things in there. It's up to you. So you put in those things, right? So what happens is the choice is yours. Some people are already doing it. Last 5 to 10 minutes of your day, give it to that remembrance. You can sit over there, Rita. There's plenty of chairs there. So those are the things we have to take away from this workshop. Because when you do it, who are you going to tell to do the same thing? The teachers. Family first, always, your children, whoever's around and about. It doesn't have to be collective, it can be just basically one thing at a time, right? So basically, we are, okay, can you move so she can have some room, please? So, what did I just say? Let's get back over here. All the distraction over. Come back. Yes, we do this. Bring yourself together again, and we are going to try and get mindful again today, right? You learned those exercises yesterday? Well, let's do a little bit more. First, you're going to show me, sitting where you are today, you're going to do one of the mindful breathing exercises. But before we do that, I want you to read where it says mindful walking. Can you find that? What page is it? I know you'll find it's before this, what we just did. I think 2 or 3 pages before. Mindful walking is where it says mindful social media. You found it? It's right some, yes. Okay. Let's look at how we do this. Because you're now going to get up and you're going to walk a little bit, right? Because you just had a lot of, you had a cha and the chew with it, right? And now we need to make sure that it's out of our system before we do the rest of the thing. So mindful walking is really, really good for any time. While you're in school and you're walking from one class to the other, you can become mindful, if you can. So let's read through it together, all right? First, we stand up straight with the back straight, right? We stand up straight. It's always the back is upright. Why is that? Why, when we are becoming mindful, is our back straight? Do you know? Because we have centers in our body, and the energy travels through it. We don't have to understand them. It's okay. We just know that if you don't have any block of energy, so you go straight and it helps you. Okay, the chakras, you heard of chakras? Yes. So stand up straight with back upright, not stiff. There's a difference, right? You can become like this, or you can just upright, softly, you're upright. Feel your feet touching the ground and let your weight distribute evenly, right? Because sometimes we can be only on one foot or the other foot. Weight should be distributed evenly. Curl the thumb, can you all do that? Curl the thumb on your left hand in and wrap your fingers around it. Everybody? And wrap your fingers around. Place it just above your belly button. Place that above your belly button. Wrap your right hand around it. That's right. You wrap your right hand around it and resting your thumb in the crevice. This is the crevice. You can put your thumb inside. That's right, yes. You put your thumb inside between your left thumb and that. This creates a balance. Okay? And the balance for you and keeps your swinging arms. Otherwise, we keep on doing this, right? We just want to center over here from being a distraction. If you're doing this, it sometimes becomes a distraction. When you start walking like that and you've got your hands on your belly button, keep your gaze down like this. Your eyes are looking down. Okay? Not closed because you have to walk and you don't want to fall down, but you are looking down like this because it's almost as if you're looking within. You're almost looking within, right? So you keep your gaze down. And then this is what helps you keep your focus. Because if you keep looking out there, what's going to happen? It's going to go here. Distraction, right? It's going to happen like that. Step out with your left foot. You're going to start with your left foot. Feel it swing. You know, like when you go like this, be in the action. Bring your brain to what I'm doing. You got your hands like this, and you like this, slowly. Then the next one, and you're paying attention to each step. Again, this is feeling and feel the heel hit the ground. You see? Otherwise we walk, we don't do that, do we? Most of the time we walk, we are walking on our toes. We don't even walk on there. So you're feeling your heel touch that. Step out with your left foot, feel it swing, feel the heel hit there, now the ball, now the toes. In other words, just don't worry about that. So same thing with the right foot. Walk at a steady pace, slightly slower than the daily life, but not tortoise-like. Not too slow, not too fast, right? So something like this where you can actually pay attention to what you're doing and focus and balance. All the time, what are you doing? Breathing. Breathing deeply and becoming aware of your breath. Don't look here, don't look there, don't look anywhere. Just look within. And that's what we do. We can teach these to our children, our school children, and everything. It makes them concentrate on the work that you're going to give them, because they have become mindful and they're not all over the place distracted. So can we do that? I was waiting for the sunshine, but it decided not to come there yet, but that's okay. You know, you're dressed warm. We'll go out in the amphitheater, find one of the rows, find one going this way, one that, walk on it, and we'll take 15 minutes to do that. Yeah? You're not too cold?
No, fine.
You're fine. Everybody is fine? Okay, let's do it. The time now is 11:15. We will be back in here by 11:30. Leave your phone here. Nobody's going to do any phone. Nobody's going to talk, no nothing. It's just remember how we sit, do it. I will be watching you. And I'll come and join you too. So let's go. Yeah, but that area is so nice to walk on. That's why, everybody can be together. My phone. फोन कहाँ गया मेरा?
उस साइड होगा एक वीडियो है
हाँ,
कब प्ले करना है
अब इसके बाद
ठीक है
ठीक है 15 मिनट ब्रेक. There it is. So far so good. No,